Hey guys, and welcome to another one of our reviews. I'm the Worm, this is the Proton. Today we're doing another juice review that we did receive free of charge, but that will not affect our review in any way, shape or form. We received this from John at e-smokeless.co.uk. They do also have a tablet and phone site, which is e-smokeless.net.
Indubitably. Today we are doing menthol from it's Hangsen juice from e-smokeless.co.uk. It is menthol. We've got it in a 12 and an 18 for consistency, just so we can have a little try both and see whether they are all exactly the same as they should be. What we're doing?
We've got a 0.8 and coil on the Sigelli 19.
Indubitably. Right, all bottles first of all are colour coded, so your 12s are your blue ones, 18s are your orange, your 24s are yellow, and John's told us that he's going to be bringing 6s onto the site, which is always a good thing to expand the range, and they are going to be like a spimming green, I believe. Don't quote us on that yet because we haven't seen one, but with some confidence we'd say that. All the bottles are chip compliant. They've got tactile labels on there to make sure you don't drip them in your eyes, mistaking them for eyedroppers. And they have also got these syringe fill needle nose bottles, which is wicked, really is cool. It just takes out all the need for any kind of syringe whatsoever. Price on them is £4.50 for 15ml, £5.99 for 30ml, and £1 for delivery on that 30ml. So £6.99 for 30ml of any liquid you choose. Wicked price.
The 12 guys, it's definitely a menthol. We had a little cheeky vape on this beforehand, and the menthol was obviously a lot stronger because it was like freshly dripped and menthol, and it was.
This is dry, basically. You just dry this.
Sorry. Yeah. Because obviously going straight into a menthol, it does come through a little bit more than what you're used to, because obviously it's like when you first start chewing gum, the mint comes through a lot stronger at the beginning than it does at the end. But yeah, it was. It started off about the first 5 pulls or so. The menthol was like a 6 on the menthol scale, and afterwards it died down to about 4. But it's still a really nice menthol. I love my menthols, and this is no exception. I like this one as well.
I want to point out straight away to any normal people out there, Worm's menthol scale and mine are two completely different things. A 6 for him would be like a 9 for me, and a 4 for him would be like a 6 or 7 for me. When you fresh drip it, we are dripping these. When you fresh drip them, they always come through slightly stronger. The menthol to start with, for me, I didn't think it was stupidly strong. It was nice. It was a decent hit of menthol, and this is a decent hit of menthol now because it's just been dripped. And that is what you'll be getting in a tank or any kind of clear that you're using. So in terms of 1 being no menthol and then 10 being really high menthol, I'd say you're averaging around about a 5 or a 6 for me. Worm definitely takes a lot more menthol than I do,
which is probably why mine fell to about 4.
There you go. In terms of what it tastes like, this is not a deep, complex flavour. It's menthol. That is pretty much what it is. It has got a little sweetness in there, but it's not. You can pinpoint it to anything other than the fact it's kind of a menthol. So yeah, it is. Well, I'm going to move straight on to my out of 10 for this. For what it's supposed to taste like. 4 to 12, it's a 10. Tastes like menthol.
Yeah, I agree. It's a 10. It's a menthol.
Right, we'll do the 18, then we'll do our takes on it. Do you want to do first?
Yeah, go on.
Why not? I have absolutely no idea what I was going to say. I'm so sorry. So yes, I do. There are quite a few sort of menthol takes on John's site. There is a mint, there is a menthol. You've got the HS menthol as well, which is from the premium range. Same price though, so we did rate that quite highly. This, in comparison to sort of the HS, I think it's got a touch more menthol, but there's less going on in the background. So if you're after sort of a pure mint menthol vape, then this is probably going to be spot on for you. Those of you who aren't aware, there are conditions that exist known as sort of vapor's tongue and stuff, where you vape a lot of flavours, or just after a while, usually it's around the 2-3 month mark, that your palate will just stop tasting flavours properly for a while. We found, because Worm did suffer this, the best way to clear that up quick is get a menthol in there and vape that for a few days, and you tend to kind of come back to normality.
For a week.
There you go.
Trust me, it will sort you right out. The 18 has got, it's not a strong menthol, it's like a 3. But bearing in mind, for me, a 3 is probably about a 5 for him. So yeah, I think it's probably a little bit less because you get. I can definitely feel that tobacco, the actual nicotine, a bit more sort of thing. So it's I think the amount of nicotine probably dulled that menthol down slightly. It's only by like a point, but it is slightly less menthol than the 12.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. There is. It's not quite as on the back of your throat. It's still quite clearly a menthol, but it's not quite as much on the back of my throat as the 12 was.
It's still the same menthol taste though.
Oh, yeah, it tastes exactly the same. It's just the actual you get from it is slightly less. But as Williams pointed out, the nicotine affects your throat when you inhale it. So increasing nicotine may sort of take the edge off of that menthol slightly.
Yeah.
But the flavour of it is a 12. Is a 12? My dear God, is the same as the 12. For me, out of 10 for this, I'm really poor. For what it's supposed to taste like, it's a 10. It tastes like menthol.
It is
I'm
a
getting
10.
all ahead of myself and everything. It's the weather, guys. It's really hot. I'm blaming that.
It is a little bit muggy over here, guys. For me personally, the 12 milligram strength is. I do love my menthols, but I want more.
He likes them ridiculously
I do.
strong.
I do have like really strong menthos. For me, this is like an 8, the 12, and the 18 is more like a 7.5, just because it's losing a bit towards the nicotine strength, but is what it is.
There you go. For me, my preference is the 12, but only very slightly. For me, the 12 to 10 is pretty much spot on as a menthol. The 18 is going to take it down to a 9, just purely because you do lose a bit of that menthol hit for the increased nicotine strength. As we pointed out, though, Worm does like his menthols, ridiculously strong. We did do a review a while back of a sort of a take on the menthol juice, and I'm not joking, I was sat here nearly crying. It was that strong, and Worm was going, yeah, it's lovely, yeah. Any normal person would not think that is lovely, I promise you. So if you like a sort of normal amount of menthol, then this is going to be
perfect.
Yeah, perfect virgin on the top end of the scale. So for me, spot on. Really, really nice juice. Like this one a lot.
For me, yeah, it just needs to be more.
I swear he would vape just menthol crystals if he could. He really would.
I mean, in terms of like how strong I like my menthol, if you do eventually get this and try this, you'll see what I mean. If you don't, then you won't. But this 12, what it is now, at like a 4, I'd like that 3 times stronger. I really would, and that would be perfect for me. I would love that to bits of like.
To put it into context, like imagine getting an entire pack of strong mints, stuffing them in your mouth and doing them in one chomp. The level of mouth ache off of that menthol and how cold your throat would be, he still wants it stronger than that. That is why he's saying that this is a 4. Realistically, to most people, this is going to be like a 6 or a 7, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would say so.
So yeah, take it into account, guys. Subjective opinions, this is what they are. But it definitely tastes like a menthol. If you like a menthol, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't like this, because that is all it is.
Oh, to be fair, if I'd have bought this menthol, this would have been perfect. I would have loved this, but I've still been yearning for some more menthol. I mean, it's just one of those weird things. I am weird.
Each puff like an airwave. There you go, guys. That's our take on it. Thank you very much for watching. I've Mr. Proton. This has been The Worm.
See you soon.